Hi cute friends, welcome to Miss Sandy's Home and Kitchen. I'm so glad you're joining me today. I am going to be making one of my favorites. I love vegetables more than just anything in the whole world. I could eat vegetables all the time. So I'm going to be making simple skillet green beans, and this is found on page 21 of my awesome cute little cookbook. These green beans, actually, I follow someone called Mel, and she is so awesome. And so this is really a recipe from MelsKitchenCafe. And if you don't follow her, you should, because she's incredible. All right, so all we're gonna do is we're just gonna take 1 teaspoon of butter, and you can use oil if you want to, but we're just gonna use 1 teaspoon of butter. I'm gonna add this to my skillet. I'm gonna turn actually my skillet up just a little bit. Okay, so what I have done is I have already taken my fresh green beans and I have washed them and I have cut all the little ends off, and then I've actually even cut them so they're more like just little bite-sized pieces. Of course, you can kind of do whatever size you like your green beans to be. You can cut them that size, but you're gonna cut the ends off, and then you're gonna cut them the size that you want, rinse them, wash them, clean them. And now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna add them to this melted butter, and we're gonna saute them for just a minute or two, okay? All right, so I'm gonna add these. And like I said, we're just gonna saute them just a little bit. And Mel says you just want to crisp the edges, all right? So in the meantime, go ahead and get your chicken broth. Chicken broth adds a great flavor. You know, you can use water. I wouldn't in this recipe. I would use the chicken broth because that is what makes it taste so good. Chicken broth just adds a little bit of flavor that's delicious. So we're going to need 3/4 of a cup of the chicken broth. Okay. And I'm going to add that in just a second. Okay, I think that's good. So now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add the chicken broth, the 3/4 cup of that. And we're gonna let this come to a boil. And then after it comes to a boil, I'm going to put the lid on, and then I'm gonna let them cook for 6 to 8 minutes. So I like my vegetables to be a little bit more crisp. So that just depends on how you like your vegetables to be or how you like your green beans to be. All right. So I love fresh green beans. Do you guys? Daryl and I, we used to have a garden. We lived in a house that had some great land on it, and we would just put in our garden, and we would go out. I loved going out every night and just checking those little green beans and the corn. We felt like little parents. I know you guys know what I'm talking about, those of you who have a garden. But then we moved, and the house that we have right now, it doesn't have a whole lot of land to it, so we haven't put in a garden. But I grew up with my mom having a garden, and then we had a garden. I just love it. But where I got these green beans, you can buy fresh green beans all over the place. I got these at Publix. Okay, so it's come to a boil. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn my stove down to medium low, and I'm gonna put the lid on, and I'm gonna let these cook for about 6 minutes. I'm gonna actually set my timer. I let these cook for 6 minutes and they look amazing. Okay. And so now what I'm gonna do, I hope you can tell, like they're just this beautiful green. They are going to be a little bit crispy, but they're cooked all the way through, and that is just the way that I love them. Again, if you like yours to be a little bit more soft, then you'll just cook them a little bit longer, okay? So I'm gonna take these out. You know what I'm gonna go do first? I'm gonna go ahead and salt these a little bit, and then I'm gonna add some pepper to them. Can't wait. It's going to taste so great. Okay, let me take some of these out. I'm going to take this off my eye. And let me get a fork. I forgot to grab a fork. Okay. These are perfect. They taste amazing. All right, everyone. I hope that you'll try this. I think that you will just love it. And remember, again, that it's in my cute little cookbook. So if you have the cookbook, it's on page 21. If you don't have one of my cookbooks, sweet friends, this was such a labor of love, and it really has all of my favorite recipes in it. You can go to MissAnniesHomeAndKitchen.com to get the cookbook. We always put the link in the post. You can also get the I Can Do Hard Things shirts and all the Stronger Every Day. We mention this because we always get, we're just getting all new followers all the time. So love you guys so much. Thank you so much for joining me. You guys know that I appreciate you a lot. Bigger than the whole world, as my little grands would say. Take care. Always remember that you can do hard things, and I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.